Hello everybody and welcome to the Joy of Trucking. Today we are going to talk to you about live loads. If you want to learn about them, stick around. First, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And now let's get right into it. Hey Kevin!
Hi there!
Could you tell us about live loads, please?
Yeah, thinking about live loads today because we're sitting here out in the Arizona desert. Bumped into a dock and we're waiting to get loaded. I feel a little shaking in the truck, so I think they've started now finally. But yeah, live loads and live unloads is part of the job. And a lot of times when you get with a company and they say, oh, like 90% drop and hook, you know, like because live loads are not fun. It's time that you're not driving, right? And drop and hook, the way that works, like you're at a big distribution center or warehouse and you bring in an empty trailer and put it in their yard, and you go somewhere else in their yard and pick up a loaded trailer, and then you leave, and then they take that empty trailer and they put it at the dock, load it up, and get it ready for the next guy. That's how the drop and hook works. So you're taking stuff from one warehouse to another warehouse, blah blah blah.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. And that's fun because you can do that in like half an hour. You can be back out on the road with your next load and making money, because if you're getting paid cents per mile, you want those wheels turning. You want to be driving, not sitting, right?
Yes.
So with live load,
it's a little different.
You look at your shipment details when you get a job, all right, and it'll say live load or preload. Live load means you sit at the dock and wait until they fill your empty trailer. And then you look at the delivery details, it'll say drop trailer or live unload, which means when you get where you're going, you got to back up to the dock and wait until they take everything out of your trailer. So that's live load and live unload. And the reason you don't like that, like I said, is because you're sitting there, you're not making money driving. You want those wheels turning. Sometimes it can be 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Some companies you work for, they will pay you X number of dollars every time you do a live unload. So maybe it's $20, maybe it's $30. Some companies will pay you so much an hour for every hour you're at the live load, so that time you could be driving, making money, you're sitting there, you're getting paid by the hour, so you're still doing all right.
Yeah, you're not stressing.
And what happens with us, with Werner, it's after 2 hours, you call your fleet manager and say, man, I'm sitting here and I'm not making any money. And he says, let me throw some money on this load for you. That's at his discretion. That's out of his slush fund. And he won't do it unless you call and ask. So keep that in mind. Speak up.
Yeah.
Speak up.
2 hours reasonable, but if you're waiting 3 or 4 hours, then you should ask.
The other thing about the live unload thing or live load is sometimes there's an appointment. Like drop and hook is pretty, be here sometime today. It's not like we need that stuff right away. Sometimes it'll say you got an appointment, but live unload, sometimes there's a specific appointment time because you might be at a store or something where they have hired people or they have people designated to unload or load your truck at a specific time. They're paying people by the hour to do that, and you're not there, they're losing money. So if you can't make that appointment time, make sure you communicate it to your company, or if you're an owner operator, maybe you call the customer yourself, I don't know. But communicate the fact that you're not going to make that appointment because it might be costing somebody else some money. And that brings up another point too. If you are sitting at a dock for a long time, like you made the appointment, but the shipper has taken his time and hasn't loaded you after a reasonable amount of time, some companies will contact the shipper and ask for compensation. Like they want to charge them back because the trucking company lost time there because the shipper wasn't doing his job. So that can happen too. But yeah, basically as a driver, you want to know that live loads or live unloads are lost driving time. And if you're there more than 2 hours, you can split your clock and still drive those other hours for your shift that you're going to, but now you're driving till later in the day than you expected to, and you start late the next day. That means for the rest of the week you're driving at night.
Plus you're going to have a tougher time finding a place to spend the night if you get in late.
There's that parking space thing too. After 7 o'clock at night, the truck stops are all full, so if you drive till midnight, you could be sleeping on a sidewalk somewhere next to your truck or something. It's
not good.
That's another problem with live loads. You can get delayed. It could throw your whole life into turmoil. So it's good to get compensated for it. Think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Back to you, Tanya.
Well, no. We were just discussing this earlier, and we were also talking about the benefits of sitting at a dock, and you were going to tell the story of Tolliston.
Yeah, the benefits of sitting at the dock is you get a little free time in the middle of the day. You could take a nap. You could have a nice lunch. You could read a book. You could make videos for YouTube. But the thing is, if you take a nap, for instance, there's a light next to the dock. It's red and green. If it's red, you cannot pull your truck away because you're going to cause some damage. You might even hurt somebody.
Yeah, because they're busy loading.
Because they're loading. And then once that light changes to green, you can see it out your mirror. They're done. And you can go get your paperwork. You can pull away from the dock. You can close your doors, put the seal, do all the other stuff. If you take a nap, you're not going to see that light change. And so sometimes they might come out and knock on your door and say they're done. And sometimes they won't. Now you've wasted more time because you're asleep.
Yeah.
And you can feel the truck shaking now.
Yeah.
They're definitely in there loading. They're driving in and out with a forklift and slamming those pallets home. If you can sleep during that, good luck to you. And I can. If I'm really tired, I will fall asleep, and I'll just in my sleep I'll feel that movement, and I'll know when they've stopped, and I'll wake up. But most people won't.
Right. Well, and here you don't have to put a quarter in to get that massage bed.
Yeah, you get the massage bed when a forklift slams into you. So yeah, I'll tell you the story of the first live load I saw. That was actually the first job.
The very first
ride with my trainer. Day one of training. He talked to me about all that was going to go on and everything, and then he got a load and he said, "Okay, this is our first load. We're going to pick up a trailer right here at the terminal." We picked it up. We
empty.
drove.
Was it empty?
No, it was loaded.
Was it loaded?
This is the shag run. We drove 9 miles, went to a place, and it was appointment, so we had to go in and say, "We're here, we have the load, this is our appointment." "Yeah, okay, go back to your truck and wait," because all their docks were full. And I looked at the guy in the next truck. I said, "How you doing?" He says, not good. And this is an owner-operator. This guy is like, "I got here like yesterday morning, and I've been waiting all yesterday and all today because that's when the appointment is. They're going to take me in about 3 more hours. I had to turn down another load that was worth $6,000 because I'm stuck here with this load and I have to wait until they unload it." So he was losing money. He actually had to turn down a very good load because he still had to wait for them to unload. And we sat there for about 2 hours, and then they called us to the dock and unloaded us. So
that was your appointment.
That was our appointment. And we've had a few loads even this week where we had a great day, a good ride, got to the place and like, "Nope, your unload time is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Well, it's 5 o'clock. I guess we'll go find a truck stop.
Even though you still have 3 hours left on your
There's another 3 hours left that I could have drove and made money. Now I'm just going to sit around and then I'll have to come back here tomorrow morning from the truck stop, and then you'll unload me." So that's another problem with live load or live unload appointments is if you're early, you're losing time.
Right. And I'd like to add in, sometimes you don't have an appointment, like here, then it's just first come, first serve. So look here.
All the trucks lined up out there.
Line up.
We were
line up.
We were 4th or 5th in line when we got here. We arrived here at 10:30, and now it's 12:30, and they're almost done loading us. So this was not too bad.
But we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. Nope.
You never know.
Could take a while yet.
Yeah, because the one 2 days ago, we got there at 10, and the appointment time was actually 1. And then they were like, "Oh, but we're loading it now." So we were very optimistic and thought it might get loaded quickly, but they actually ended up finishing at 2:30.
Yep.
So the appointment time had been 1, and they were running late, and we were running early, and it was...
Yeah, and when they said, "Oh, we'll be done real quick," so I didn't take a nap. I didn't do anything. I sat there watching. They're almost done. They're almost done. They're almost done. 4 hours later.
4.5.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. So...
Yeah. Anyway, so that's our take on live loads. We wanted to share that with you because it is, it is different for each company in terms of how many live loads you might be looking at versus drop and hook. And then these are the things to consider and think about.
Think about how you're going to be compensated for that live load time and the waiting time.
Yeah, because every company is different, and certainly, like you were saying, for owner-operators, that is a major impact on their income too if it takes too long. All right, anything else? Was that it?
That's it.
I think that's it. If you have any additional comments or questions, please put them down in the comments. If you liked the video, if you got something from this, please give it a thumbs up.
Yep.
And hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to keep coming along with us, discovering the roads of America and learning about trucking. And with that, we wish you, whoa. Yeah, we got to go lay down and get a massage now. With love from Kevin and Tanya. Bye.
Bye-bye.